Good part of the day. Within the framework of Legislation News project by the Ministry of Justice, we will provide you with a summary of legal acts adopted during the week. As we know, on June 18, a government resolution was adopted on additional measures to further improve the activities of citizen self-government bodies. Can you tell us about this resolution?
By the new resolution, a model regulation on the Citizens' Assembly is approved, and according to this resolution, Citizens' Assembly is divided into categories according to their geographic location and number of people, population in this territory.
So what kind of organizations can be established at the meeting of the People's Assembly?
First of all, this assembly citizens are not included in the state system, which is not part of the state. There are three main organs of the Citizens' Assembly. They are Council of Citizens' Assembly and commissions and audit commissions for the main areas of the Citizens' Assembly.
Can you tell us more about these commissions?
These commissions are the following: commissions for the consolidation of family values, and commission for work with women, commissions for social support and public control, commission on ecology and environmental protection and improvement of garden. And these are the main commissions established in the framework of Citizens' Assembly. Also, in the framework of the meeting of Citizens' Assembly, there are three new types of organizations, let's say. They are Parents University. It's a new term for, in our legislation. The next is Elderly People's Advice, and the third is Women's Advisory Council. These are the public structures of the groups of people which are new to our national legislation.
Yeah, and the next document that we are going to discuss is the resolution of the government on measures for the effective implementation of vocational training for young people and women. What can you tell about this resolution?
Well, this resolution regulates the relations between entrepreneurs and the state. For example, by the resolution, microcredits are allocated to the citizens who are under the age of 30, and especially for the women residing in the territory of Republic of Uzbekistan. These credits and loans are allocated by the main two banks. They are Microcredit Bank and the Halk Bank, which is People's Bank.
And what about the period that the people or young women or entrepreneurs should pay back the loans that they got?
Loans and credits are allocated mainly for the two types of microcredits, and loans are allocated to the individuals and to entrepreneurs, which are small enterprises, for up to 6 years with a privileged period of 3 years. And additionally, to up to 7 years it may be in the case of having a certificate from the bank. And of course, these sources are to be revised. And this procedure is conducted by the Agency for Development of Entrepreneurship under the Cabinet of Ministers. Microcredits up to 225 million of sums are provided only to the microfirms and small enterprises.
Thank you very much for the information. And now I would like to ask you about the decree of the President on the establishment of the Agency for Cultural Heritage under the Ministry of Tourism and Sports of the Republic of Uzbekistan and measures for innovative development of this industry.
Of course, according to this decree, a new organization, which is an agency under the sports minister, according to the decree, it is mandatory now to agree with the agency on draft regulations in the field and general plans of settlements where real estate objects of material and cultural heritage are located. And the second is preliminary results of the state control are announced to the public through the official website of the agency within 24 hours from the moment of notification of the damage to the object of material and cultural heritage. And third is scientific and technical research groups are formed based on the specifics and conditions of each object for scientific and technical research of all stages of planning and implementation of conservation work. The agency is headed by the director, which is appointed and dismissed by the Cabinet of Ministers on the recommendation of the Minister of Tourism and Sports.
Okay, this is very informative. Thank you very much. And also, as we know, the decree of the President was adopted on the further improvement of management system of multi-apartment houses. Can you briefly explain the nature of this decree?
Well, according to this document, the management of multi-apartment houses, the construction of which was completed and put into operation on October 1st of 2021, will be carried out by the builder in the first 2 years. It's a great step for Uzbekistan. And the warranty period for multi-apartment houses will be extended. From 1st of January 2022, if the owner has debts to the manager, the amount will be reflected in the contract, but the notary office in the registration of property rights to the house, and the new owner will be notified of the debt. Subsidies will be allocated also. For example, these subsidies are allocated to the people who are on the social protection and registered in the single register of social protection information system, living in apartment buildings.
Thank you very much for your participation. Thank you very much for your attention. With the full text of the legislative documents mentioned above, you can get acquainted with the full text of these documents on the website lex.uz, as well as with the latest developments in the legislation on the Telegram channel Legal Information of the Ministry of Justice.